Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between MontyPython and validng on Dash and Terminal, the latter edition. These players are not actually playing random. This is just a replay from before the latest patch. The latest patch did not break my ability to load replays from before the patch, for which I am grateful. I'm getting through all of the replays from before the latest patch, so bear with me. I have a bunch of them on the latest patch. I feel like I'm saying patch a lot, so let's just move on. On the right side of Dash and Terminal, the latter edition, we have the red Terran player. It is MontyPython. Something about Knights Who Say Knee in here. And at the top of Dash and Terminal, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player. It is validng. Probably call him DNG from this point on. So it is a Zerg versus Terran. Again, for those of you on the channel who have wanted to see more in Terran content, here you go. So going 15 hatch, obviously going expansion first, the Zerg player, recognizing that the Terran player is Terran, he's not random. That's just a weird glitch for older replays at this point in Legacy of the Void. This doesn't include a lot of the balance updates you may have seen on my channel. You still have to inject with Zerg, you still have mules with Terran, so we're going to see a bit of that. Do not be confused, as this is just a couple days old instead of being right hot off the presses on that newest patch. Again, just stick with me here. We're going barracks, probably into an expand here. We're actually getting double refinery, though, very early for our Terran player. MontyPython might be going Banshee. What else could be double gas at this point? I guess a Liberator opening could require 2 gas as well. I think we'll have to wait and see. We are walling off fully, though. Does not want any Lings to get in here and doing any scouting whatsoever. But at the same time, really not upping... Guys, the barracks not finished yet. So a factory would be nice at this point. I think we have enough gas for it. Yes, we do, and there goes the factory. Okay, so the timing worked pretty nicely to get that factory out of there. Getting a reactor on this barracks, which tells me we're going to see Marines. We're not actually get a Reaper out to try to harass the Zerg player for the next couple of minutes, which is nice for DNG. You can get your spawning pool up. You can get a lot of workers. You don't have to make a whole ton of Lings to deal with a number of Reapers that are coming your way. So a bit of a trade-off that Terran is doing in order to be a bit more economical, get their builds up faster, not making that Reaper for the harassment, not having to worry about the extra APM it requires to get that done. Over here, just kind of sitting back at home, macroing up, taking up to what you want. Still has 3 workers in both these gas. I really want to see what the plan is here. This is obviously, yep, 2 Marines coming out of that barracks. And MontyPython finishes up the factory and immediately into a starport. Okay, so 1-1-1 build coming out of here. This is going to have to be either Liberators or it's going to be Banshees. Going to be very interesting to see which one. Tech Lab coming down on that factory. And as the Zerg player, you're kind of afraid right now. I don't think we have scouted at all. Nope, we saw a supply depot at the front door. We saw there was not an expansion quite yet. I'd really like to see some scouting coming out of DNG at this point. Send a Zergling at least to poke up the ramp. You'll only be able to see a barracks, but I mean, it tells you something, I guess. Send this Overlord over for some scouting at the same time. It'll probably die, but that is a-okay. It is 18 to 20 harvesters right now. MontyPython is actually ahead on that count, and here we go. Starport coming over onto that Tech Lab. So yeah, I think we're gonna see Banshee. And what is it going to be? Banshee! Probably with Cloak. Do we have enough gas for Cloak? Not quite yet. We're close, though. 122, 130 gas. Climbing steadily with that double Vespian Geyser production. This Queen spreading some creep around the left side. Because, again, Hellions can come around this back side of your base and then be like, whoop, come around up top and kind of catch it by surprise. Lings can do the same thing. It's a very exposed natural. It looks like it has a nice choke, but no, that's not the only one. It's over here too. See, both players have to deal with that. So send some Lings over, try to poke up the ramp. Like I said, there are a bunch of Marines here. They're not getting through that supply depot wall whatsoever. A couple spores coming up. Did they? Oh my goodness, did the Lings actually see that? Oh, the Lings saw the starport with the Tech Lab. Well played, Lings. Good scouting indeed. Do we have Cloak? No, we're not getting Cloak. You have so much gas, though. What will that gas go to? Another... Oh, whoa! Whoa! Battle Cruiser opening. I think we're supply blocked, though. Yes, MontyPython is supply blocked. And now getting Cloak. So Banshee, Battle Cruiser, a few Marines, and Cloak is the tech of choice for this Terran player. Very interesting. Lair finishes a single Spore Caller. Might not be enough to deal with that Battle Cruiser, DNG. Be very, very careful about that. Creep spread looking a-okay. I'd like to see maybe one down here as well. I guess we don't have a creep queen though, do we? Making another creep queen right now though. One for inject here, one for inject here. One to spread those creep tumors. Should be very nice. Get out there and spread that creep. Oh, injects instead because this one is too low to inject. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so roaches are out there. Not going to help at all with this weird air thing. I guess they're going to be pretty good against these marines. Are we just going to move out with this? We are. We're going to throw down a command center here. Boop. There it is. Just kind of defend with these marines at the same time, waiting for the battle cruiser to finish. Battle cruiser operational. And getting a tank. So a very interesting combination of things we're seeing from this Terran player right now. Tanks, marines, battle cruisers, and banshees? Hydralisk Den, a pretty good choice as well, recognizing maybe there's lots of banshees coming, says DNG. I feel like I should be worried about that. 23 to 22 harvesters. Another player really macroing super well at this point. But that is a-okay. I get the feeling this is something of a lower level game, but that's alright. We can see interesting stuff in the lower level games as well. But you've never seen this before out of a professional player, huh? Huh? Banshees coming over, battle cruisers coming over, marines, and the tanks are about the same to walk speed, so they come over at the same time. Banshee coming on first. We might actually have some hydras here. Yes, one hydra in production, but not that many. So 2 queens. Banshee cloaks, flies on in, is detected by the spore crawler, though probably going to die very, very quickly. And yes, Banshee dies immediately. Not a very good use of that Banshee, but that is a-okay. Moving in all the roaches and the lings, trying to take down these marines, doing a great job of it. The ground force is going to get cleaned up immediately for MontyPython. Yikes. So the queens are trying to deal with this battle cruiser. One dies. Another queen walks on in, trying to deal with it. Do we go for a transfuse? We do. Transfuse queen. Oh, the queen is not transfused. There's a hydra here, though, now. Hydra dies very quickly as well, but gets a few shots off before it burns to death. The queen running away. Battle cruiser now with 7 kills, but it's entirely unsupported. We are making ravagers. Oh, corrosive bile. We could use corrosive bile. Yeah, actually missed, though. Are we going to throw it again? Yes, 2 corrosive biles actually getting shots off on that battle cruiser, taking it down to red health. And just chasing it with that corrosive bile. And no, it does escape with its life. So corrosive bile does 60 damage. Yeah, 60 damage to all units in the area upon impact after launching a missile at the target location. So it does show the enemy where it's going to land, which lets them dodge it, which is kind of nice, I suppose. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, you don't know where storms are going to land until they do, right? So how come Ravager, Corrosive Bile gets a heads up to the enemy? I really don't know what to expect. Either way, we have roaches, we have Hydras, rather, and Ravagers. Man, they both start with R. It's a problem. Couple tanks here, though. We're just going to walk right on in. DNG going for it anyway. Corrosive Bile landing on all of those tanks, taking one of them almost down. Pieces falling off units left and right. A lot of blood spatter on the ground here. This tank is super hurt, pulling off all the units to repair it. Yikes, I don't know about that choice whatsoever, MontyPython. You need those mules for better things than repairing, but alright, I guess we could use them to repair this battle cruiser at the same time. Ah, we're going around the backside. Yes, DNG is going around the backside on MontyPython. Very, very sneaky, out of the range of these tanks. We're getting up into the main base. That supply depot is down. There's a tank coming through. I don't think the tank's going to stop. No, it does not. A high ground tank here would be super nice, but I don't think DNG's units are on display at this point. What's going on? More Hydras back in the base. Are we taking to anything else right now? Nope. Roach, Hydra, Lair. Pretty standard stuff from the Zerg player. Terran player is getting a tech lab, probably for some Marauders. I don't know, but here we come. Trying to come up. Oh no, walking into the tanks. There's 2 battle cruisers though. Woo! All the Ravagers die. Corrosive Bile trying to take down that tank. Can't quite do it. We still have a couple lings inside the main base. This ling wants to kill a whole ton of SCVs. Has 2 already and still alive. Look at this guy go, skipping around, running back and forth, trying to kill this barracks. Bam, bam, bam. No upgrades at all on this ling though. Very difficult for it to do so. Gonna get another SCV, is it? Yeah. Oh no, it switched targets. There we go. Does get the SCV and one more SCV before it dies. Yep. Alright, so I think 2, 3, 4 kills on that Zergling. Pretty impressive stuff from a single Zergling. Third base now coming up for DNG to match the second base that is up for MontyPython. And are we teching at all? No, just pretty much making mass Hydra. I don't know if that's the right choice against all of these siege tanks, to be honest, as a Zerg player. There are a lot of tanks. Oh, and a Liberator. Alright, so both players doing very well making Legacy of the Void units in this Legacy of the Void cast. Something that I appreciate when you send me your LOTV replays. If you can include LOTV strategies and units, I would really appreciate it. So, here comes the Queen running past that Liberator. Oh no, the Hydralisks! Oh, the Hydralisks. Oh, the Hydralisks. That Liberator got no kills whatsoever. Everybody else retreats. The battle cruisers say, we're not interested in dealing with that many hydras. That was a big number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 hydras. Yikes, that's a lot. No upgrades whatsoever, though, so not as powerful as they possibly could be, but at the same time, no upgrades from our Terran player either on the mech air or the mech ground or the infantry. No engineering bays anywhere. We are getting stim, though, so that's nice. Are we getting medevacs? I don't see any medevacs on the field. No, so we're getting stim for our bio, but not actually any medevacs to heal them, which can be a problem in the long run. Another factory coming up. We're just going to go, well, it's a combination of mech and bio at this point. And that single starport not doing anything right now, which is A-okay. Starting to get mined out here in the main base. Zerg player doing the same thing. And naturals are looking good for both players. A lot of minerals left there. Inject. Do it, queen. Inject. Nope, not interested in doing it. That is okay. How about this one? Oh, look at that. Perfect timing on that one. And this one ejected while I was not paying attention. Perhaps it was shy. Shy injecting, like shy bladder. I don't know. We're getting carapace here, getting missile attack level 1 and an infestation pit. Probably wants to go to a hive at some point. I guess maybe corruptors would be a good choice against these battle cruisers. Not much that can shoot up in this army. Just a handful of marines. Actually, it's a lot of marines, but yeah, maybe Corruptor Broodlord would be an interesting choice here. It would be if the Zerg player can get to it. At the same time, making a Lurker Den, because this is Legacy of the Void and Lurkers are super good right now. Saw a trick actually on Reddit today, where if you put your Lurkers in the middle of the map and put them on hold position, they will not attack anything until you tell them to. I think it's hold position. Maybe you have to hold stop, but what happened was a bunch of Lurkers were sitting like right here. A bio ball came up right up next to them, and all of a sudden the Lurkers just went with their spines, and everybody died in like 4 or 5 seconds. It was interesting. It was like seeing Widowmine shots from Terran against Zerg, except reversed, because it was Zerg against Terran. Pretty good creep spread here, moving across the map, about halfway across. Yeah, we consider the Selnaga Watchtower to be the halfway point between the bases. We are actually past that now, so excellent job here at the 11-minute mark for our Zerg player. Lurker Den just about to finish morphing, and pop, there it is. 1700 gas for DNG. We're going to use most of that in making a hive and actually making lurkers. I don't see anything in the production tab. That's okay, though. Burrow coming up. Here comes the push, though. Marauders, Hellions, okay. Battle cruisers and a couple tanks. Going to try to deal with these creep tumors. A couple of them do die. But here we come. Roaches and Hydras. Trying to get this before the tanks manage to siege up. I don't think it even matters, though. Being pushed back. This is a large bile ball. Are we morphing in any lurkers? We are. No, Ravagers instead. I don't know if Ravagers is the right choice there, but the Hydras are making a stand. They're getting a pretty good concave with the Roaches. A lot of the bile is starting to die. The Ravagers are here now. Corrosive Bile, perhaps, getting out of range of the tanks. Very smart maneuver at the same time. The Hydras trying to focus down these battle cruisers. Corrosive Bile coming down on everything. A lot of the Marauders end up dead. All the Marauders but one are completely gone. This queen is not paying attention. She gets exploded by the siege tanks. All that's left are a couple siege tanks and a couple battle cruisers, which I guess is not really all, but it's a pretty strong amount here. The battle cruisers trying to burn down these Hydras. Corrosive Bile landing on top of these tanks and weakening them, but not killing them. Battle cruisers are low as well. Do we have anything to repair here? No, we do not. We did not bring any SCVs, unfortunately. Moving up. Battle cruisers going to town on top of all of these eggs, but these... Oh no, drones! Drones are trying to escape, but all the drones end up dead. The Hydras pop out, immediately kill one of the battle cruisers. The other one might die as well. It's going to be very close. It does end up dead. Hydras coming from both sides. Clean up all of the siege tanks. And all is quiet on the Western Front. Whew, that was a pretty big hold from DNG, eh? I thought he was dead in the water. A lot of drones have died there. 19 drones have died to 5 SCVs for MontyPython. MontyPython now taking a third base very smartly as well. Remaxing or attempting to rebuild the army, I guess, with Hellions and Marauders and Marines. Floating what here? MontyPython about 300, I guess no minerals at all, and about 1700 gas. Really gas heavy considering how many battle cruisers and tanks and things he's had. So, maybe he wants to use more of these mules. How much energy do we have here? Not enough for a mule. So using the mules pretty well. Actually abandoned this base a little bit early. These SCVs doing nothing whatsoever. A couple Marauders popping on out here. And yes, more Lurkers, more Hydralisks. Upgrades +1/+1 have finished. No more on the way. And I lied. As soon as I said that, +2/+2 started. So good job, DNG, getting those upgrades. The Hive is here as well. Not doing much with the Hive. I don't see an Ultra Cavern anywhere. I don't see a Spire or a Greater Spire. So, not entirely sure what the plan is with that hive, but that's okay. Another base is up here for DNG. 1, 2, 3, 4 total bases. Whoa, but another command center being built by MontyPython here. So this has turned into quite a macro game here at the 14-minute mark. Legacy of the Void games move so quickly. They really do. You can have a macro game here at the 14.5-minute mark, no problems whatsoever. The Hydras come in with their +1, trying to take down this debris. Not much that MontyPython can do to stop it. No tanks in this particular army. Oh, actually helping. Helping the Hydralisks. The debris is on fire with 16 hit points and does not actually fall. So moving the Hydras back, they do not want to die. They kind of want the Terran army to move up this ramp to where all these lurkers are, because that would be awesome. But I'm not sure if the Terran army is going to do that. MontyPython might be a little bit too smart to come up with that detection, although I don't think he has a Raven. Again, not really saving energy on the orbital command, using that 50 for the Mule as soon as, there it is. Mule call down somewhere. Where did that Mule call down happen? Probably right here. Yep. There it is at the new base. The income is going to start to skyrocket here for MontyPython, although it is only 40 to 60 harvesters. A lot of macro coming out from DNG at this point. Production tab shows, oh, there we go, adrenal glands coming in for the Zerglings, make them attack a little bit faster. How much faster exactly is it? By 40%. So almost by 50% there, which is pretty cool. But we're bringing Lings in. The Lings do have +1 carapace, soon to have +2 very, very quickly. We have Hydras. We have those Lurkers as well, just kind of hanging out. Both players not doing much at this point. I'd like to see DNG maybe scout just a bit, send an overseer up to see exactly what's going on, because what is going on is the army is spazzing out for MontyPython. Everybody can't quite get comfortable. It's like when you're in bed and it's 2 in the morning. And anyway, here we go. The Lings pop on and they get roasted by all them Hellions, though. Yikes. Creep spread getting this far. There's nothing to detect it. Look at this. A blue carpet. Follow me up this ramp, says validng, and everybody does. The scan comes down, though, on the Lurkers, but it doesn't really matter. Look at those spines go. Woo! Lurkers killing everything. 3 kills on that one, 4 kills on that one, 2 kills, 7 kills there. The Hydras clean up the rest of this group. Marauders desperately shooting as best they can to try and stay alive, but the Hydras saying, no dice. We are +2/+2. You have no upgrades whatsoever. The Hydras moving in for the kill here. Can they get it? It's not going to be close at all, I don't think. This infantry army is just not well equipped, and that's it. MontyPython calls the GG. DNG is victorious, and MontyPython leaves the game. So there you go. Pretty fun little TVZ and Legacy of the Void. Thanks for submitting that to me, validng. I really do appreciate it. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you heard and what you saw today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.